if you look at a vote density map, which is a heat map for Karnataka, you will see that the maximum voting has taken place in the coastal parts of the state. If you move towards Hyderabad, Karnataka, the voting that's happened is much lesser. It's in coastal Karnataka that the maximum voting has taken place. And that really shows how the voter enthusiasm, there it is on your screen, it will just give you a broad sense. See, this is just voting intensity. So the areas which are darker in shade is where vote percentages have been higher. Amongst the darkest parts of Karnataka are Uttar Kannada, Dakshin Udupi. So all these areas of coastal Karnataka is where the maximum voting is taking place. If you go towards Hyderabad, Karnataka is where the voting percentages are lesser. This is updated till late in the afternoon. We'll update it once voting actually concludes. But the BJP of Harish Bijur and R.K. Upadhyay to a rousing start in coastal Karnataka. In 2008, when Yedurappa had split the party, the Congress had done well
2013.
over here. 2008, the Congress had 7, the BJP had 10. 2013, the Congress had 13, the BJP had 3.
That was the election where
Yedurappa was fighting on his own. Last election, the Congress had 3, the BJP had 16. So if there is any anti-incumbency which is supposed to be visible, in the first set of numbers that we put out from coastal Karnataka, there is no R.K. Upadhyay anti-incumbency visible here. So some of what you are saying seems to be true in coastal Karnataka.
Well, looks like BJP is doing well in the coastal Karnataka as expected, but I'm a little confused about the figures. You see, BJP is getting 50% and Congress is getting 40%. That's a difference of 10%. But still the number of seats remain the same. BJP is getting 16 seats and Congress
win with bigger margins. You win with bigger margins.
Some disparity.
No, you win with bigger margins, Mr. Upadhyay. You just win with bigger margins. That explains it. And the Congress has some pockets where traditionally they've won. The likes of Mr. Kadir, for example, have been winning elections in Mangalore for years. So there are those who have their pockets. That perhaps explains it. But in general, are you surprised 16 versus 3, or does it go according to your pattern?
No, I think it's fair enough. I don't think it would have gone up any further, 16 and 3, because Congress is also very strong in coastal Karnataka, and in fact they dominated for a long time before BJP really came on on the scene. Before that, it was always Congress, and Congress remains a strong party in the coastal Karnataka, and they have fought this whole business of communal this thing in Karnataka coastal area. The whole business of communal divide, you see only in coastal Karnataka, not in North Karnataka or South Karnataka or West Karnataka or anywhere.
Okay. We want to go across to a special guest. Mohan Vishwa joins us. Mohan Vishwa is in many ways a very close confidant of Basavaraj Bommai, the Chief Minister of the state, and he's also helped in planning the campaign strategy. Shama Mohammed of the Congress is with us as well. Shama Mohammed, in the first set of numbers that we put out from the India Today Access My India exit poll for Karnataka, 16 versus 3, no visible anti-incumbency in coastal Karnataka as well, and this is India's most reliable, most accurate, most exact pollster.
So, Rahul, coastal Karnataka, as I know, and that's very close to my hometown, Kannur, Mangalore and all the rest of it, that's called Dakshina Kannada part of it, is very polarized. You have to understand the RSS came into Kerala through Mangalore, Kasaragod, Kannur, and then Tellicherry. So that is a very polarized area, and we know what is. Now, when you look at the voter percentage, it's not very different, 40% and 50%. We are talking about 20 and 70 or 80 that way. So there is, yes, but I feel in coastal Karnataka, we will do better than last year. When I was out there, I felt that, there is a kind of change. So the polarization definitely is there. That's the place where the polarization is affected. But unemployment, price rise is a very big issue in Karnataka when I was there. So that is one of the things which I have noticed, which people have been telling me, and corruption. But I felt corruption is an issue, but this unemployment and price rise is what is really worrying, especially a lot of students graduate out of that coastal areas, engineers, doctors, and they find no employment as such there. They need employment, all these engineers, doctors, BBM students, and it's not just that many students come from outside. There are many students coming from outside. Rajdeep's son itself studied from Manipal. So there are a lot of them coming from outside, but there are those who live there also. And the other thing, what I'm
But it's a relatively more prosperous part. It's a relatively better off because remittance economies are there. You see, that's the point I think viewers will need to understand as we do this poll. Karnataka, Rahul, is a mirror cracked. It's a bit again like Maharashtra. You go from region to region, the politics, the geography, the economy is very different. Four PSU banks started in coastal Karnataka. Syndicate Bank, Corporation Bank, Vijaya Bank, all of the Canara Bank, all of them started in this region. This is a region which has had extremely an entrepreneurial ability. It's been, and for the longest time, Hindus, Muslims and Christians did live in harmony.
But politically,
Oscar Fernandez, we need to understand how history changes. You see, today's viewers need to be told a lesson in history. Oscar Fernandez used to win elections from Udupi. Margaret Alva used to win elections from the Dakshin Kannada, from North Kannada. So you've had a past where communities work together. In the last 20-25 years, they've got differentiated. Where did the groups like Sri Ram Sene emerge? In Mangalore. Where did the RSS make its entry into Karnataka? To some extent not, but also coastal Karnataka.
There's also been a Muslim radicalization.
And there's been a Muslim radicalization as well as a counter. So SDPI, PFI, this is where they also grow.
But Rajdeep, of the 23 MLAs that the BJP replaced, a major chunk of them have come from coastal Karnataka. This is the area, yes.
This is the exact point I wanted to make. If the Gujarat model was tried anywhere, it was in Dakshin Kannada.
And it's delivered to the extent. But the reason that the BJP could also change MLAs is because they had the confidence of a 10% vote share gap. So you weren't so dependent on the individual MLA. You could go out like you did in Gujarat.
The individual MLAs had been there for many terms and some of them faced very strong anti-incumbency.
Let's go across to Mohan Vishwa. He's been very anxious, very nervous through this campaign as he's helped Basavaraj Bommai, the Chief Minister of Karnataka, with this election campaign. 50% vote share versus 40% for the Congress, 16 versus 3 for the 16 for the BJP, 3 for the Congress. You would say that the BJP in this KPL, the Karnataka Political League, off to a smashing start in the power play.
See, actually, when you look at the history also in 2018, it can be, or in the 2019 union election also. So we have done really well in the state. And of course, the coastal Karnataka is our stronger bet that everybody knows. And I was expecting 17, not 16. I don't know where Congress is getting 3 seats. Okay, 2 seats I knew. So we just want to see where that 1 extra seat is getting, because we were expecting at least 17 over there. So, if you take the history also, we are very strong in that particular region. And like as Rajdeep was mentioning, it's an education hub, it's an entrepreneurial hub, and people do think wisely and they do vote. They have done the same in the past and they have done it now and they are going to do it in the future also.